Hey there, fellow YouTubers. Thanks for watching another CT tips and tricks. I'm going to show you today how to change brake pads on a 2003 PT Cruiser. This is my vehicle. I just did the other side. I figure I'd throw in a video, show you how to do it. It's fairly simple. You don't want to rush the job, even though it's easy. You want to make sure everything's right, because after all, these are your brakes. Without your brakes, train go boom. Anyway, first thing is I'm going to go ahead and use my bladder jack. You can use a hand jack or whatever you have handy. I find the bladder jack a lot easier to play with. Go ahead and lift the vehicle up. After you get the vehicle up, always use your safety jack. Just in case the jack slips or the bladder blows, train go boom. Anywho, next you're going to need a 21mm socket. Take off your lugs. I use an air gun, a lot faster. Other tools you will need: flathead screwdriver for prying, brake caliper depressor, and also a 12mm wrench. While you have the wheel off, you might want to go ahead and check your ball joints, upper control arms, your bushings, and any grease fittings that may need greased. Rotor should be good on this side. I can tell from the outside of the vehicle by looking through the wheel. It's fairly smooth on both sides, so meaning my brake pads didn't wear down far enough to hurt it. Take a 12mm, you're going to have two bolts. You're going to have one on the top, one at the bottom. Remember, righty tighty, lefty loosey. Once you get it loose, you should be able to finger turn them. These pads are in pretty good shape. I did check these first. I was having a noise on the left hand side. That brake pad was pretty much chewed up. Release the caliper. Make sure you have a bucket or something to support it. You can just set it on the top, that will be fine. Pads come out fairly easy. Just pull them out one at a time. As you can see, still fairly new, but you buy brakes in sets, so if you're going to change one, change the other. These are your clips that hold your pads in tight. Always change them. They'll come with new clips. Put these in the same way that you took them off. Make sure that the ends are not hitting your rotors like this one's hitting it, because they're bent in. Bend them out slightly if you have to, and then reinstall them. Check them again. Okay, that looks good. Next clip, bend it out a little. Push them into place. That looks good. You're going to have two types of pads. You're going to have your inside and also your outside. Your indicator brake indicator, which means that once your brake gets low, this little piece of metal will start scratching on your disc. That means it's time to replace it. And you're going to have one without, which will go on the inside. Take your brake grease, which should come with it. If it don't, purchase it. I think it's like 89 cents or something. Put a little bit of grease on the back of the pad. Don't over grease it. Take your finger, just put on a slight coat. This is going to prevent chatter when you apply your brakes. Same thing with the outside one. Nice day today in New Jersey. Still wish I was back in Florida. Install your inside brake. Same fashion as you removed it. Right over top of the clips. Should fall right into place. Same thing with the outer. Make sure your clip's on the top. There you have it. Next, you got your cylinder. You want to compress the cylinder by using a tool like this, or you can use a C-clamp. What I like to do is take one of the brake pads, the old ones, put it in place, set this in place, tighten it up. This will compress your cylinder. You have to use a wrench, get on the ends, tighten it in as far as it'll go until it flattens out. This is going to allow you room to slide it over the new pads that you just installed, since they're going to be a lot thicker than the old ones. Once that's compressed, release it, remove, and then go ahead and put your caliper right back on. Now you have these two bolts that are right here. Make sure they're in line. There's flat spots on there. Do not force it. Make sure the flat spots are level with the flatness of the housing itself. Finger tighten your top bolt. I say finger tighten because you don't want to use any kind of a torque on it for fear of cross threading. Go ahead and do your bottom one in the same manner. Try to finger tighten as much as you can. Push down on the caliper a little bit. Wiggle it back and forth. It'll go in. Then go ahead and take your 12mm and tighten it up. I like to get the bottom snug or the top snug first before I tighten it all the way. This way you have even pressure on top and the bottom. That's good there. Once again, I don't like using air tools on these bolts because you need the right torque. If you torque it too much and you strip inside, then you got more problems. Like I said, it's an easy job. I'm sort of rushing through it, but take your time. That's how easy it is. Give it a good torque, and that's it. That's all there is to it. Put your wheel back on Make sure your bolt patterns, you're crossing them. You're not going 1, 2, 3 around clockwise or counterclockwise. You want to alternate. Put your wheel back on, your hubcap, you're done. Alright, thanks for watching. Rate it if you'd like. And search around for more of my videos. Thanks for watching.